Okay, we're back, and now we're going to look for region T. Region T. Let me change the color right here. I don't know. Green sounds good. Okay, let's go ahead and look. Region T. Region T is this whole thing. Dun 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 dun. Dun. Great. Region T right here. Okay, and then it says, oh, it's actually bound by x and y axis. So it's actually not touching this part. Not touching this part. Let me redraw this whole thing. Not touching that part. So that's good. That makes it easy for us. Okay, so region T. So as you can see, because region T is not going to the negative side of the axis, you have to start with 0, just like part 2 right here. You start with 0 right here. The same reason. Okay, so now, and we just need to find C, and then we also need to find this bad boy right here. Let's call it, I don't know, D. Sounds good. Okay, we already have C. We just need to find what D is. Okay, by looking at D, well, let me actually go back up and look at the graph real quickly. The D is our graph G. So if you look at G, well, G has a cosine right here. So, well, when would that be the case? Well, if you can just kind of think about it, you will know the answer is Y. I mean, it's pi. But if you don't remember how to do that, that's okay. It's okay. We can also use the calc function to find that out. And that would be 0. Our function 2, 0. And we need to find out the right functions. And then it says left bound, which means where's the left hand boundary. So let's choose the left hand boundary to be like 2. Go ahead and push enter. Right hand boundary, let's push right hand boundary to be like 4. So 4, so that will be enter as well. And now we have that, and guess is, I don't know, 3. So push enter. That's how we find out. Oh, indeed, it was pi. So D was equal to pi. So let's go down and then go ahead and write down D is pi. Okay, so now this is the first region, because you can kind of divide this thing into 2 different parts. What do I mean by that? Well, if you will, you can look at, let me use purple. Take a knife and just cut right here. So, as you can see, on the left hand side of this region, you have your F as your upper boundary, and then your the x-axis would be your lower boundary right here. So your F would be your upper boundary, and then your x-axis would be your lower boundary. So if you do this region, you just want to use F of x. That would just find the perfect area between 0 all the way to whatever C is, which we already write down. From C on to all the way to pi, that's actually a different function. That's actually function G. So as you can see right here, function G right here, that's the bottom part. Function F, it's on the top. So right here, so there are actually 2 integration that's combining to solve this problem. So let's do that. So we have from 0 all the way to C, we have function F, plus from C all the way to D, we have function G. So that would give us the answer for these 2 problems. So let's jump out really quick. Well, since we are looking for that, we also can store this as D, since I used the word D. So that's pi. Okay, now let's do the function, to do the integration. Let's go ahead and go to 9 and enter. So function F would be vars. Go to the function F is the first one. In respect to x, lower boundary is 0. Upper boundary, which would be C. If you don't remember, go ahead and take a look right here. C. And then go and close it. Plus the second integration, back to back. I'm going to go ahead and push 9 the shortcut way. Okay, vars function, and then there was G, function G, which was the second one. Comma, lower in respect the variable integration is in respect to x. and then go and comma. Lower function would be lower boundary would be in C. We don't remember again. Look back really quick. Comma again. Upper boundary D. Go ahead and close this parenthesis and go ahead and push enter, and you will find the answer equals 8 point something. And let's go ahead and write that down. Answer 8.5. Oops, that is not a very pretty A. 8.57864. 7. Let's do that. That will be the answer for C. Now, let's find the region for U. Let me pick a U. Let's pick gray. Let's do gray. U. Let's go back up and see U. Where is U? U is right here. And as you can see, U is a very special shape. And you can tell this special shape probably requires special care. So the only intersection that we have not found for U is right here. So let's call it A, B, C, D, E. Let's call it E. Just making sure I know my alphabet song. E right here, beautiful. Okay, so again, if you cut this in half, you realize this region, it's F minus, right here, F minus G. Okay, however, beyond E to A, from C to E, it's F minus G. My apology, let me re-say it again. From C to E, it's F minus G. From E to A is H minus G. So this is two function again. So let's go ahead and write that down. For from, I forgot. I'm so sorry. From C to E, and then from E to A. From C to E, that's one of them. Plus from E to A. Okay, now let's go back and look at it again one more time, just to make sure. Okay, from C to E, it's F minus G. F minus G. And from E to A is H minus G. H minus G. So F minus G from C to E, let's go down. F minus G, and then H minus G dx. So again, we need to find this, and we also need to find E. Okay, so let's go ahead and find E. Let's go back to the graph so we know exactly where E is at. Well, E is the intersection between F and H. So let's go back to the graph. Oh, sorry. The graph, it's F and H. So calculate intersect number 5 between F and H. H is the third one, this one. And then we're just gonna go ahead and push our button close to that point and go ahead and push enter. And we found out our E value is at 2.7 something. Let's go ahead and write it down on the bottom. 2. Oops, that is not a 2. 2.7406524 or something like that. Okay, you don't have to write the whole thing again. Okay, and since now we have the answer right here, let's go ahead and memorize it. Ask the calculator to memorize it as alphabet E. Beautiful. Now let's do some math. Okay, we have A and C already memorized in the function. Now we can just go ahead and integrate this function. Math integration. I want to use F minus G, so F is the first function minus G is the second function. In respect to X, lower limit would be C. Go ahead and type in C. Upper limit would be E, so go ahead and type in E. Close the parenthesis. Plus another integration. This time is H minus G, H minus G. So H would be our last function, number 3. Minus G, G will be our second function. So minus 2, y sub 2. Again, respect to x, lower limit this time is e, and upper limit this time is going to be a. We haven't used a for a while, but now we're going back to use a. And then go ahead and push enter. You will find the answer for this would be 21 point, oops, why do I keep writing 8? 207A5. That will be your answer for this region. Okay, we have one last one. V, region V. So let's go ahead and find region V. Region V is right here. Okay, so region V is actually not that difficult. We just need to find out one more intersection, A, B, C, D, E, F. Uh-oh. Let's do capital F. Okay, don't get confused. Capital F, lowercase f. Well, this one is intersection between H and F again, but at a different point. So we're gonna find this entire region. Let me use, I don't know, a dark blue, that region. Okay, but as you can see, that region actually covers R. So all we need to do is find the whole V, including that, and minus R. So V minus R basically. So we need to find V. So let's find the intersection really quick. Let's find the intersection really quick. Go back to the graph. Intersection. We want F and H again. And now this time is gonna be on the other side of the curve. Somewhere right here. Enter. And then we will find out F equals 7 point something. So let's go ahead and write that down. 48800062. Okay, and then let's go ahead and get out. Store this as F. Enter. Okay, like I said, this is just gonna be a straightforward F minus H between E and F. So let's do that. Between E and F, F minus H, function wise. And then we also need to minus R. Okay, so let's go ahead and calculate this. Math, integration, F minus H, remember H is our third one. In respect to X, lower limit is going to be E, so go ahead and type in E. Upper limit is going to be F, so type in F, close this, minus, let's go up, scroll up. Oops, I can't scroll up. Okay, I forgot this is a different calculator. Okay, so what we're going to do is actually we're going to go ahead and find R on our paper. R was somewhere. R, it's right here. So let's go ahead and type that in. 0.91574 and go push enter. We will get answer, which is 17.71087, and that's it. That would be everything that we do for this section. Again, this is area underneath the curve. Underneath the curve, well, between two curves, and topic is that, and our subject would be AP Calculus. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time. Bye.